ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। प्रिय सन्यासी वृंद और श्री रामकृष्ण भक्त मंडली, गुजराती नहीं समझता एवं कोई आए छे? Anybody who doesn't understand Gujarati? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Actually, I also don't have a practice of speaking Gujarati. Only last few months we have another Swamiji, so we talk little. But I hardly give any lecture in Gujarati. Maybe this is the third or fourth lecture in my life. So my Gujarati is worse than my Hindi and Bengali and English. But I will try to mix English and Gujarati together. Secondly, I have made a PowerPoint presentation for you to see, but the screen is very small. I do not know if this carpet can come closer and these people can come closer. If I do not know if it is allowed. If you can, then I will show the screen. You can see something if you want. Otherwise, you have to just hear. So as you heard about the subject matter, Ramakrishna movement and our spiritual practice according to the movement. Ramakrishna ભાવધારા અને એમાં આધ્યાત્મિક સાધના વિશે આપણે થોડીક વાતચીત કરી શકશું. જે થોડા ઘણા ફોટો પાવરપોઈન્ટ જે જોવાની છે એ ફર્સ્ટ હાફમાં પહેલા અંશમાં છે. ઘણી વખત આપણે વાંચીએ, when we read Kathamrita or Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, a normal person reads only that is which is printed. જેટલું છાપેલું હોય ને એટલું જ વાંચી શકે. There is another level of people who can read between the lines. But there are very few people who read while remembering the previous pages and chapters and add on the information which they read in the present page. Let me give an example. એક દિવસની ઘટના છે. ઠાકુર દક્ષિણેશ્વરમાં એમના રૂમમાં બેઠા છે. આરતી પછીનો સમય, 6:30 ઇવનિંગ. એક ભક્તે આવીને પ્રશ્ન કર્યો કે ચંગીઝ ખાન killed 100,000 soldiers. Where your God was at that time? Indirectly, આપણે જે લોકો ઠાકુરને ઈશ્વર કે ઇષ્ટ તરીકે માનીએ છીએ એના માટે કે ચંગીઝ ખાને જ્યારે 1,00,000 સૈનિકને માર્યા ત્યારે તમે ક્યાં હતા? In a way, when Genghis Khan killed these 100,000 soldiers, where you were if you are God? So આ 6:30 સાંજની વાત છે. આ તમે જ્યારે કથામાં વાંચો તો એમાં લખ્યું હોય કે સંધ્યાનો સમય છે ને આરતી હજી હમણાં થઈ ગઈ છે ને ઠાકોરના રૂમમાં બેઠા છે, એટલે તમે એને કેઝ્યુઅલી વાંચો. આ જે વર્ણન છે એનું તો કાંઈ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્સ નથી ને, પણ એનું ઇમ્પોર્ટન્સ તમને ખબર પડે ઇફ યુ કમ્પેર ઇટ બિટવીન 2 પેજીસ. બે ત્રણ ભક્તો ઠાકુરના રૂમમાં સૂતા હતા રાત્રે. ઠાકુર રાત્રે 2 વાગે ઉઠ્યા, 2 o'clock in the morning. માસ્ટર મહાશયને ઉઠાડીને કહે છે, આપણને દુઃખ લાગે આપણી આસક્તિના કારણે. વી ફીલ પેઇન બિકોઝ ઓફ અવર એટેચમેન્ટ. આ શું ઓલા પ્રશ્નનો ઉત્તર છે? ઇઝ ધીસ ધ આન્સર ઓફ ધેટ ક્વેશ્ચન? લેટ અસ સી એન એક્ઝામ્પલ. અહીંયા જો મીઠાઈ કે ચાસણી કે એવું જો પડ્યું હોય અને સાફ કરવા ભૂલી જાય તો રાત્રે કીડીઓ આવે, અને વધારે સમય જાય તો વધારે કીડીઓ આવે. સમજો, સવારે જોયું તો લગભગ 1000 કીડીઓ હતી ત્યાં. શું કરવાના છે તમે? વોટ ઇઝ ધ સોલ્યુશન? If you sweep them, all will go everywhere. Most of us, what we do? How you do it? પોછા ન મારી શકો તો બધી જગ્યાએ આવી જાય. Either you spray. હવે સમજો, you are one of that ant. What you are thinking? What did I do wrong that this human being is killing me? તો 1000 કીડીઓને મારતા આપણને કોઈને દુઃખ ન થાય. બધા તમારા બધાના એક્સપિરિયન્સ છે. તમે બાથરૂમ ગયા અને લેટ્રિનના પાનમાં કોઈ માખી કે વંદો કે કાંઈક પાણીમાં ઉલટો તરે છે, તમે શું કરો? ફ્લશ. આપણને દુઃખ નથી થતું, પણ તમને ખબર પડી ઘરે પાસેના એક તળાવમાં એક માણસ ડૂબી ગયો, તમને દુઃખ થાય. બિકોઝ ધેટ ઇઝ અ હ્યુમન બિંગ એન્ડ યુ આર હ્યુમન બિંગ. સુનામી આવી શ્રીલંકામાં, સાઉથ ઇન્ડિયામાં, ઇન્ડોનેશિયામાં, મલેશિયામાં. ટોટલ લગભગ 2.5 થી 3 લાખ માણસો મરી ગયા વિધિન 1 hour. આખી દુનિયામાં હાહાકાર થઈ ગયો. મિલિયન્સ ઓફ ડોલર્સ વેર કલેક્ટેડ. તમારા સગા સંબંધી હતા ત્યાં? નહીં, છતાં પણ માણસોએ પૈસા આપ્યા. ક્યો? વાય? Because 250,000 human beings died. $215,000 mosquitoes every day we kill. Remember bird flu? Thousands and thousands of chickens were put in a ditch and put fire on them. Remember the mad cow disease? Thousands and thousands of cows were killed because they are suffering and they are spreading the disease. But we don't feel that much pain. We feel maybe, but we don't. But even if one person was killed, we feel 10, 15, 20, thousands of people. ગાઝામાં, ઇઝરાયલમાં, પેલેસ્ટાઇનમાં, તમારા યુક્રેનમાં, રશિયામાં. આપણે બધું આ લોકો સમજતા કેમ નથી? બંધ કરો. We feel it because of our attachment as a human being, not because of some individuals are being killed. Ants have the same life as you and me have. But when ants we kill, we don't feel. When human being is killed, we feel. It's because of attachment and fear. તો બાપા 2 વાગે રાત્રે ઉઠ્યા હો અને માસ્ટર મોસાને જગાડીને કહે કે આપણી એટેચમેન્ટ હોય ને એટલે દુઃખ થાય. 100,000 soldiers were killed. That's why you are asking this question. 100,000 ants, birds, insects are killed every day. You don't feel. એનો અર્થ શું થયો? જ્યારે જ્યારે આપણને દુઃખ થાય is because of our attachment. ઠાકુર કહે છે એક જગ્યાએ કે એક બેન ઝાડુ ઘર સાફ કરતા હતા અને સમાચાર આવ્યા, અરે તમારો ઓલો પાડોશીનો એક છોકરો છે ને એ ગુજરી ગયો. અરે રામ 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 રામ, એવું થઈ ગયું. પણ એનું સ્વીપિંગ પ્રોસેસ કન્ટિન્યુઅસ. each man was sweeping the room. Your son died. ઝાડુ out of the hand, રોવા માંડે, આમ કરવા માંડે. શેના માટે? News is the same, that a young man died. No, he was my son. That was not my son. તો આપણને દુઃખ જ્યારે પણ થાય ત્યારે એટેચમેન્ટ માટે થાય. શરીરમાં જ્યારે દુઃખ થાય, નીચે વધારે સમય બેસી ન શક્યો, અડધા કલાકમાં પગ દુખે, એ દુઃખ મને પેઇન શું કામ થાય છે? બિકોઝ આઈ એમ એટેચ ટુ ધ બોડી. તમારા પગમાં દુઃખ થાય તો મને કંઈ ન આવે. આઈ ડોન્ટ ફીલ એનીથિંગ ઇફ યુ ફીલ પેઇન. સો વેન યુ આર આઈડેન્ટિફાઈડ એન્ડ દેટ આઈડેન્ટિફાઈ can be more spread. છોકરાને કાંઈક થાય તો મારવા માંડે, થાય છે ને એવું. Because child is your extension. Santana. Tana word comes from tantu, the thread. તમારું જ એક્સટેન્શન છે. 2 મહિનાનો છોકરો 2 મહિના પહેલાં was part of your body. As soon as born, he is out of your body, but he is your extension. So you feel pain. અમે તો ઘણી વખત કહીએ કે પુરુષો ન સમજીએ, અમે માતાઓ સમજે. 2 મહિનાના છોકરાને લઈ જાય છે ડાક્ટર પાસે, ડાક્ટર એને પેટમાં દુખે છે. તને ખબર કેમ પડી? એને શું પેટમાં દુખે? Intuitively you feel. So there are many things which we cannot explain, but it happens. So there is a way to read, there is a way to hear, there is a way to see. We all see, very few people observe, very few people watch. Everybody hears, very few people listen. જો 1 કલાકનું લેક્ચર થાય આજે, ઘરે જઈને પ્રેક્ટિસ કરજો, કેટલા પોઈન્ટ તમને યાદ આવે. આ એક્ઝામ્પલ આપ્યો તો કીડીઓવાળો ને પછી ઓલો છોકરો મરી ગયો ને ઝાડુ દેવાનું. વોટ એવર યુ રિમેમ્બર, ટ્રાય ટુ રિમેમ્બર હાઉ મચ યુ હેવ, હાઉ મચ ઇઝ રજિસ્ટર્ડ ઇન ધ બ્રેન. If your mind is not organized, even if you hear this information, you cannot give a place in your mind that which can become a memory. So there are organized mind. જે લોકો રિસર્ચ કરે ને, આ ઘણા સ્વામીજીઓ છે અમારા, રિસર્ચ કરીને ચોપડીઓ લખે છે, લોકો એને બધી ખબર હોય. એક રેફરન્સ કરો ને એટલે આલમારીથી ચોપડી લઈ તરત જ પેજ નંબરમાં દેખાડી દે તમને. આપણને જેને રિસર્ચ કરવાની હોય ને આપણને ખબર ન હોય, યાદ ન હોય. સો વેન યુ રીડ, very few people can connect it with what they have read in the same book. There are many things in Kathamrita which is printed but you do not know. In the same way, some information I am going to give as an information you know, but the way it is being put here, that you may not know. તો હું દેખાડીશ તમને એક બે સ્લાઇડ. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, આ બાજુ કેટલા વર્ષ છે? 23 વર્ષ. સ્વામીજીનો જન્મ થયો ક્યારે? 1863. ઠાકુરની મહાસમાધિ થઈ 1886. સો 1863 થી 1886, these 23 years are very, very blessed because all the three of them were living in this world. પણ 1828 થી 1939, અદ્વૈતાનંદજીના જન્મથી અભેદાનંદજીની મહાસમાધિ સુધી, at least one of the direct disciple, Thakur mother or the one of the 16 were alive physically. So there is a window of 23 years where all three were physically present in this world. Now historically if you see, there are very few people who have seen Thakur, Maya and Swamiji. Imagine. Very, very few people have seen all the three of them. જે લોકો 1886 પછી આવ્યા એને સ્વામીજીને કદાચ જોયા હશે, માતાજીને કદાચ જોયા હશે, પણ ઠાકોરને નથી જોયા. Even the second generation of monks, the disciples of Swamiji and Brahmanji and other disciples of direct disciples, most of them have not seen Sri Ramakrishna. So you have to consider only direct disciples who have seen Thakur Maha Swamiji. All the 15 of them have seen these three. So there are very few people in the history who has seen Thakur, Maya and Swamiji, all the three of them. આજ ખાલી એક દ્રષ્ટિએ તમારે વાંચવાની પણ જરૂર નથી. આમાં એક ચાર્ટ બનાવ્યો છે about the 16 disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. Disciples, their date of birth, their Mahasamadhi date, and how many years, months and days they were in this world. અને પછી એને ત્રણ રીતે ઇન્ક્રીઝિંગ ઓર્ડરમાં who was born first? Swami Advaitanandji. Who passed away last? Swami Abhedanandji. Who passed away first? Yoganandji. Yoganandji lived only 37 years plus, maybe 38 years almost. So, mother says in one place, just like when you deal with the flowers, the fragrance will come because you are dealing with flowers. In the same way, when you deal with the disciples and deal with Thakur and Mother in whichever way you like, you can take up a research work for your own satisfaction. I do like this. Beta beta kaink to kaink karto raho. But many things will come out of that which in general you do not know. I will show a few more things. ડાયરેક્ટ ડિસાઇપલનો પરિચય નાના જરૂર નથી, તમને બધાને લગભગ ખબર છે. ઇફ દેર ઇઝ એનીથિંગ સ્પેશિયલ આઈ વિલ ટેલ યુ. ઓકે. અભેદાનંદજી, વિજ્ઞાન મહારાજ અને અખંડાનંદજી, these three disciples were present during the centenary of Thakur in 1936. Not all disciples. Then these three, Advaitanandji, Niranjananandji and Adbhutanandji, we do not know their date of birth. Only these three remaining we know. Then these four, Brahmanji, Shivanandji, Advaitanandji and Yoganandji, Advaitanandji, Shivanandji, Brahmanandji and Yoganandji, these four were married. Why do I put this slide? Generally, lecture में this aspect you don't hear. These four disciples of Sri Ramakrishna were married. We have seen many volunteers come, do voluntary work, then they get married. Many of them stop coming as if they have committed a big mistake. They feel shy in front of monks. But there is nothing to feel shy. I am not reducing the importance and significance of monastic life. I am not doing that. But the one fact which you should remember is, for monks and devotees, two different Thakur. Same Thakur for you, same Thakur for me. Probably the same mantra you are also repeating, I am also repeating. લક્ષ્ય જે છે એ પણ એક જ છે, પદ્ધતિ છે એ પણ એક જ છે. Only we have chosen little different lifestyle. I am again not reducing the significance of monastic life. Practicality should be maintained. Devotees will respect the monks, you respect. Monks will respect the ladies in one way. Monks will respect the elderly people in one way. You may do pranam to me, but if you are elder to me, you are elder to me. કોકછી વિદ્વાન છે, અરે આટલા વિદ્વાન છો તમે મને પ્રણામ શું કામ કરો છો? This humility is required from our side. What I am telling is, એક તરફ આદિ શંકરાચાર્ય, એક તરફ સ્વામી વિવેકાનંદ. બાકી આપણા દેશના 99% મહાપુરુષો all are householders. Correct? Narsimha Mehta of Gujarat is householder. Shankar Dev of Assam is householder. South Indian Alvars, most of them are householders. And there you give me one sentence from anywhere you like. ગમે શાસ્ત્રમાંથી, સ્ક્રિપ્ચરમાંથી તમે મને દેખાડો કે હિન્દુ ધર્મમાં ગૃહસ્થ ધર્મની નિંદા કરવામાં આવી છે. Where householder's life is criticized. No. Even there are many who marry twice and we worship them. Their marrying twice never seen as a fault, never seen as a sin, never seen as a something low. Sri Chaitanya was married twice. Nag Mahashaya was married twice. Krishna was married to more than two. Don't you worship Krishna just because he was married to Rukmini and Satyabhama? Radha is a different character. Radha, maybe historically it's a debate whether somebody called Radha really existed or not. But they say it doesn't matter. Somebody asked to Sri Ramakrishna કે રાધા કરીને કોઈ હતા કે નહીં? Thakur says it doesn't matter. Radha existed or not? Is it important? Who wrote Bhagavatam? Vedavyas wrote Bhagavatam. At least Radha existed in the mind of Vedavyasa. This intense love for Krishna existed, that concept existed in the mind of Vedavyasa. આપણે ઘણીવાર કહીએ, after killing Ravana, Rama came to Ayodhya. How? By walk. He took a flight, direct flight, non-stop flight from Sri Lanka to Ayodhya વગેરે બધી કલ્પનાઓ છે. ખરેખર પ્લેન તો હજી રાઇટ બ્રધર્સે 70-80 વર્ષ પહેલાં ઓકે એક્સેપ્ટેડ, but the concept of plane was there. Can you deny it? Whether plane was there or not, we don't have a proof, but we have a proof that plane existed as a concept. Again, there is a detailed description of that plane. Not only one person, two people, three people, hundreds of people sat in that plane, and it was 7-story. You Indians always want to take credit. Why the reference of plane is not mentioned in your scriptures? At least concept, we had a concept that a human being can fly together. This concept we had, you didn't have even the concept. Okay. આ 4 જણા શારદાનંદજી, યોગાનંદજી, અદ્ભુતાનંદજી અને નિરંજનાનંદજી, આ 4 જણાએ માતાજીની સેવા કરી છે ફ્રોમ ધી બિગિનિંગ ટુ એન્ડ. When mother came to Dakshineshwar, from that day Adbhutanandji started, and then slowly up to Sardanandji they served. Yoganandji, Holy Mother loved Yoganandji so much. Remember that statement? You speak Bengali? Let me speak 1 or 2 words in Bengali. I also feel good. যোগেন ভালো থাকলে আমি ভালো থাকি, যোগেন ভালো না থাকলে আমিও ভালো থাকি না. So much identification as a son. If Jogen is keeping well, I keep well. If Jogen is not well, I'm not well. So Yogen Maharaj served, Sardanji at the end served, Latu Maharaj in the beginning, and in between Niranjananji. This little, just see, these 6 disciples passed away in Belur Math. Not all disciples have passed away in Belur Math, only 6 of them. Then 2 passed away in Balaram Mandir. Then 2 passed away in Varanasi. 1 passed away in Haridwar. 1 passed away in Allahabad. 1 passed away in Holy Mother's house. Holy Mother has stayed in many houses. Somebody can do study little. Kya thi kya gaya. Holy Mother stayed in Bospara Lane. So Yoganji passed away there. 1 passed away in Udbodhan. Who passed away in Udbodhan? Ramakrishna Ji. And 1 passed away in Calcutta city. That is Swami Abhedanji. And only 1 passed away outside India. That is Swami Trigunatithanji in San Francisco. All details individually you know. Maybe collectively you do not know. So that is my duty to put it. Now, for devotees, one concept. ઘણીવાર ભક્તો આવી રીતે કહે, તમે તો ભાઈ હજી હમણાં આવ્યા, હવે હું અહીંયા 25 વર્ષથી આવું છું, અને બીજું કે તમે 25 વર્ષ, તમને ખબર છે અમે તો રાજકોટમાં હતા, આજે 50 વર્ષ થયા, ખબર છે તમને અમે લોકો રાજકોટ રામકૃષ્ણ મિશન સાથે સંકળાયેલા છીએ. અમે પણ કહીએ અરે હું તારાથી સિનિયર છું, હું સિનિયર છું તારાથી 10 વર્ષ સિનિયર, 25 વર્ષ સિનિયર. પ્રેક્ટિકલ ઇઝ ઓકે, નથિંગ રોંગ, બટ નથિંગ ટુ બી પ્રાઉડ ઓફ. અહંકાર કરવાની કાંઈ જરૂર નહીં કે હું ઘણા વર્ષથી મિશનના પરિચયમાં છું. વાંચો કોન્ટેક્ટ ઓફ હોલી મધર વિથ શ્રી રામકૃષ્ણ હાર્ડલી 14 years. Contact of Swami Vivekananda with Sri Ramakrishna 5 years. અને અમે તો 42 વર્ષથી સંઘમાં છીએ. Have I understood Sri Ramakrishna more than Swamiji? No. Practically is okay. You are senior, you took initiation once upon a time. I just took other day. મને એક ઘટના યાદ આવી, કહી દઉં તમને. હું સ્પોન્ટેનિયસલી બોલું, હું પ્રિપેરેશન કરીને ન બોલું. Whatever I remember, I tell immediately. સિંગાપુરમાં I think I told this incident few years before when I came. સિંગાપુરમાં હું મારી ઓફિસની સામે બેઠો હતો. You little understand?
Yeah.
अच्छा, okay, good. So મારી ઓફિસની સામે બેઠો હતો. I was disgusted because I was looking after this children's home, all the problems and this and government problem and parents problem and all that. So after prayer, I was sitting in front of my office on a bench. I do not want to see anybody. I'm not interested. Suddenly I saw somebody came down from the temple and went. I'm not interested. Then the lady came back from the steps, came in front of me and did pranam. Okay. That lady did not get up. Thakur wants to teach a lesson to me. In a Bengali style, kneeling down and all that kind of pranam. And she whispered to me, আমি খুব পুরনো ভক্ত নই. I am not very old devotee. এই 2 বছর আগে দীক্ষা নিয়েছি. Just 2 years before I have taken initiation. Then for whispering, she came little closer to me and said, কিন্তু আমি যখন জপ করি তখন খুব আনন্দ পাই. When I do japa, I feel very happy. She told these 3 sentences and she left. Then I started thinking, here is a householder lady. She has more problem, intense problem than my problem. I am in the mission last, at that time maybe 30 years. She just 2 years before she took initiation. And she is feeling so happy when she does japa. And here I am, bona fide monk, coming down from evening prayer, and I am disgusted. This lady taught me a lesson or not? Yes, she taught. Does it matter that a householder cannot teach a monk? Can teach. Not every householder can teach every monk. Maybe somebody is there whom Thakur will select. Go and teach that fellow. Remember Vyadagita story? Story of Vyadagita? Very quickly. A monk went in the forest, took rest under a tree, was very hungry. On the branch, 2 birds were sitting. Some droppings came on the monk. He looked at the birds out of anger, and the bird fell down and died out of the anger of a monk. And monk, you people, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and you people do this to me out of anger. So whatever incident happened, the monk went in the village, stood in front of a house asking for food. Inside voice came of a lady, Babaji, just wait. I am giving bath to my husband. Once that is over, I will come and give you food. Same monk again, angry on bird, angry on the lady also. How dare you make me wait? So lady inside the house told, here those 2 birds are not there which will get burnt. The monk said, how does she know? Anyway, monk understood something, stood there, lady came out, told, Amma, how you came to know? So he said, I know everything by doing this small karma yoga, that my husband is not well, so I serve him as God. Not husband as a God, but God in husband. And by that, I know many things. You want to know more? go outside the village, there is a butcher who kills the goats or cows, we don't know, and he sells the meat. He will teach you. Again the monk ego came. How butcher can teach me? He went and he saw one butcher with all blood in his hand and all that. So the butcher, while cutting the meat, says, "Oh, the old lady has sent you." Again monk was in a big question mark. How did he know? So then butcher told, "I know everything by doing this karma yoga. My duty is to kill the animal and sell the meat, and I do it nishkam bhav se. And I know what I know by doing this karma yoga." And this butcher taught Vedanta to this monk, which is called Vyada Gita in Mahabharata. What I am telling is, you may be humble that these are monks, revered monks, no issue. You respect the monks, it's good. But so far as spirituality is concerned, spirituality is not, monks are not the custodian of spirituality. Remember that. Who knows? I remember one Swamiji, much senior to us, used to teach us in training center. So he will come and stand in front of all of us for quite a few minutes. So we asked him, "Maharaj, why you are doing pranams to us? We are so junior." And he nicely told, "I do not know. Maybe one of you can become future President Maharaj of this order. How should I know?" A brahmachari sitting in front of him is a miniature President Maharaj whom people don't know. And really speaking, in our group, 2 of them are already trustee. Maybe one of them will become president, who knows? So the Swamiji was correct. How should I know just because I am a monk? How should I know the one of you or 2 of you or all of you, I do not know, are greater, higher, better in spirituality than me? How should I know? We have no right to say. So we don't even talk about it. Spirituality is subjective. If you are dear to Thakur, you are blessed. If I am not that dear, even if I became a monk, maybe you are luckier than me, you are blessed than me. So, truth is this, that even if Swamiji was in contact with Thakur only for 5 years, yours and mine 20, 30, 40 years doesn't mean anything. So let us not be proud of that. વ્યવહાર જેમ કરવો હોય એમ કરવો જ જોઈએ. જે સન્યાસી છે એને સન્માન આપવું જ જોઈએ, મહિલાઓને સન્માન આપવું જ જોઈએ, મોટાઓને સન્માન આપવું જ જોઈએ. That વ્યવહાર should go on. But in reality, who knows Sri Ramakrishna better than Holy Mother and Swamiji, who were in contact maximum for 14 years? Holy Mother, Swamiji only for 5 years. So idea is this, that we should remember this. These 4 disciples became president. Who were the first 4 presidents of the order? Example. First, Brahmanji. Second, Shivananji. Third, Akhandanji. Fourth, Vijnananji. So these 4 photos are there. Okay. Then these 5 disciples went to America to preach Vedanta. This all information is known to you. Maybe together you do not know. It didn't come to you together like that. So, Abhedanandji, Turiyanandaji, Swamiji, Trigunatitanandaji and Sardanandaji. These 5 of them went to America to preach Vedanta. Now, these 5, along with Purnachandra Ghosh, 6th, were considered as Ishwar Koti by Sri Ramakrishna. Ishwar Koti means level, not crore. Koti means level. Ucha Koti na Mahapurush, that Koti. Ishwar Koti, they are almost like God. Almost like God in spirituality. Now, these 6 disciples were elder to Swamiji. This many of you may not have observed because you don't observe the date of birth. These 6 were elder to Swamiji. Swamiji was not elder to everybody. So again, leader need not be senior most. No. Swamiji, Thakur made Swamiji leader, correct? Naren will be your leader. But he was younger than these 6. Advaitanandji, Yoganandji, Shivanandaji, Turiyanandaji, Niranjanandaji and Premanandaji. Next is very interesting. January 1863. This month is a very, very important month in the history. Why? 3 of the disciples were born in January 1863. That also interestingly, with a gap of 9 days. Turiyanji is 9 days elder to Swamiji and Swamiji is 9 days elder to Brahmanji. All the 3 are born in January 1863. Individually you know, collectively you do not know this combination. So that is my duty to bring out. Then these are 16 disciples together. And by the way, do you recognize these pictures? Any of you? These are paintings. These are not original picture. Have you seen these paintings anywhere? Anybody has gone to Rajkot Ashram? In the temple. When I was a volunteer, I think Mr. Kothari, he was painting, staying in guest house at that time. 78, 79. So he painted this and I collected from them soft copy and put it here. Okay. Now you do not need to see. How far we have time, sir? Now it is 8:25. 15 minutes? Okay. We try to finish. I was in Argentina for 2 years. So the first Swamiji who went to Argentina used to say to devotees like this. When they ask question, do something. Do something first. Don't simply ask questions. I was going to a tuition class when I was in high school. So when we go to the sir, this mathematics, this sum is not, I can't solve it. His first question was, show me the rough work where you have tried to solve it. If you just want an answer from me, sorry, I can't give you an answer. Try to find out answer first. So the title I had given in Spanish because the Swami told me, hacer algo, do something first. So religion is in practice. Religion is not how many books you have read. Religion is not how many lectures I have given. How much I practice. Guru gave you mantra to repeat. We all repeat. We all do mantra. We all do japa. Difference is in what? Difference is in number, difference in sincerity, and difference in intensity. Somehow 108 finished. Mind is roaming everywhere. That also is one kind of japa. There is one japa where you try to concentrate. Holy Mother has told one thing. જો તમારું મન એકાગ્ર ન થાય, આંખ ખોલી ઠાકુરનો ફોટો જોતા જોતા જપ કરો. Holy Mother has said, if you cannot concentrate in japa, open your eyes, look at the picture of Sri Ramakrishna and do japa. There are many ways to do it. We don't have time to tell everything. You imagine Thakur. All of you can imagine, correct? You can see Thakur's imagine. One Swamiji told me, Gahananandaji, he was our president, he told us, Very interesting. Concentration કરવામાં એકદમ સરળતા. Very easy to concentrate. Thakur will not go anywhere from your eyes. ગમે એટલા જપ કરો, Thakur will be right in front of you. How? He has told me, not my idea. He was Guru, so you can accept his teaching, not mine. आँख बंद करो, as if you have beautiful flowers, one full plate of flowers. Thakur is sitting in front of you. Take imaginary one flower. Even you don't need to do this. Imagine that you have taken flower and put in the left feet of Thakur. Second one at the right feet. Another on his knees, here and here. One flower in his hand. Fourth, here. Then here. Then here. 10 place already. Repeat again. 1, 2, and you can have a route. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He told us, do you think Thakur will go away anywhere? You are offering flower to him. Or whichever way you want to do it. You don't need to do the same. You can just follow at the feet one by one. Tell your mantra. Keep on offering flower at his feet. Thakur will not go anywhere. So these are practical things senior Swamis have told. It's good to. So it is necessary to practice. Just that I have taken initiation will not do. As much as we do and constantly we do. I just spontaneously give example. Generally what you do? You take rice in your plate, then you put dal in the rice, correct? And then you take vegetables, etc. Then you got diabetes. Doctor told you cannot take much rice. The process become reverse. Take lot of vegetables, curry and everything, put little rice over it. In the same way, in the beginning what we do? Do japa in the morning, do japa in the evening, sometimes do japa in the afternoon, maybe sometime little gap is there, you do japa. After some years it is reverse. I do japa all the time. Office that time I cannot do because I have to do work, but when I am driving I can do japa. When I am coming down from the steps I can do japa. When I am going down by the lift I can do japa. Nobody stops me. Who stopped you? Nobody. But when you are doing work, of course you cannot do. But again your boss called you. So Control S, you saved and you went to boss office. While going to boss office also you can do japa. While taking bath you can do japa. Who prohibits you? So japa is everywhere. In between, whatever compulsory duty is there, you do. Where you cannot do japa. People say this is mechanical. At least do mechanically and see whether it can be done or not. Kotha bolle hobe na. Simply talking doesn't mean anything. We must do it. That's what it said. Some problem. Okay, very fast I will go. We don't have much time. What is this? Okay, I will do something. Okay. If I want to take admission in college, I must show that I have passed class 12. Correct? That is called eligibility criteria. So am I eligible for spiritual life? In a way, yes. Because Thakur arranged for initiation, I took initiation, so I must be eligible. But your eligibility depends on these two things. You must do this self-assessment. Where I am. કેટલા પાણીમાં ઊભો છું એકવાર વિચારવું જોઈએ ને. So that is one thing. So how your eligibility will increase? One, મને મારા જે ગુજરાતીમાં ટ્રાન્સલેટ કર્યું છે એટલે હું ગુજરાતીમાં વાંચી દઉં. લક્ષ્યની સ્પષ્ટતા, clarity of goal, what I want. Basic goodness. You must be a good person, no? You can't be a wicked person. You can't be a crooked person and be spiritual. So at least basic simplicity has to be there. Then basic morality has to be there. Na viryato duscharitat, na ashanta, na asamahitah, Kathopanishad. If you are immoral, can you lead a spiritual life? No. But you do it. You don't wait to be completely moral. But this eligibility we must acquire as fast as possible. So basic morality is very important. Then a basic compassion, a basic soft-heartedness, service attitude, basic service attitude. Wherever you find a good person, just help them wherever they are, whichever way you can. No need to be helped every time with money or something, whichever way you can do. Important thing is little interest in scriptures. Again, don't be disheartened if I say. How many of you, don't raise your hand. I'm not here to make you small or a big. Bhagavad Gita in original, શ્લોક by શ્લોક, શ્લોક વાંચી એનો અનુવાદ અને એનું explanation. Read it once for the God's sake. Read once if you have not. One Swamiji told very nicely, Swami Prabhananji, he must have come here and initiated some people. Prabhananji told, give a simple reading. Don't put your brain to understand Bhagavad Gita. Just read. Read like a novel first time. Then you will have some idea, that is what is there in Bhagavad Gita. I don't understand, but now I know what it is. One devotee, highly scholarly, many countries put together decided that he is the best professor for some chemical engineering wing. China gave award, America gave award, Singapore got award. Many countries awarded him as the best professor of his field. He used to attend my class. He still comes. So I told, sir, have you read Bhagavad Gita? No, Swamiji. Are you going to America? Yeah, next month. Can you do favor to me? 700 shlokas. Every shloka maximum 3 lines. 3 lines. So 2100 lines. If a page has 20 lines, or say 21 lines, so it's a matter of 100 page. 100 page small book. Your 16 hours flight going, 16 hours back. In 32 hours, can you read 100 pages? Oh, Swamiji, I can read. Please do it this time. When you come back next class, you tell me. Next class he came after 1 month and told, now at least I have a rough idea what Bhagavad Gita is all about. I said, now you read shloka by shloka. We have to study scripture. At least Bhagavad Gita, if not Upanishads and all that. Next, if you are interested, read only Kathopanishad. Simple but very important. Other scripture you want to read Vivekachudamani. Just 2 or 3 scriptures if you read, your spiritual ideas will be so clear. No monk will be required you to give lectures. You can understand everything. So that is required. Study of scriptures, not reading but studying. Studying with a purpose. There is something technically we call it Anubandha Chatushtaya. Adhikari, Vishaya, Sambandha, Prayojana. Adhikari, eligibility. Am I eligible to read Bhagavad Gita? Swamiji, I don't know Sanskrit. So you read translation. Then Vishaya. At least you should know what is in Bhagavad Gita. Sambandha, relation. What is my relation with Bhagavad Gita? I am a spiritual seeker, so I want to read it. Just little more think about it. And Prayojan. Why do I need to read Bhagavad Gita? What I want to get out of it? Think little. If these four aspects are taken care and then you read a scripture, it will do miracles for you. Then read only the authentic books. This you can raise your hand. When you go to Google or when you go to Wikipedia, how many of you try to find out who has written this article? Wikipedia is nothing but compilation of articles. How many of you ever go and see who has written this article and what is his credibility? We don't do it. Very fast one incident I tell you. We had a great monk called Swami Anupamanandaji, not the present Anupamananda, the previous one. Kiran Maharaj. Kiran Maharaj was disciple of Swami Brahmanandaji. Very lucky. This Kiran Maharaj, Anupamanandaji, was 12 years old. And at that time, books were sold on the street. Now you see, eatable vegetables are being sold in a street. And the shoes which you wear are in air-conditioned showrooms. Correct? This is where our life is. So, this 12 years old child read a book picked up from a roadside stall. Doesn't know who has written. And this young mind absorbed some ideas from that book. One idea was, a woman, however great she is, never ever take initiation from her. This was written in that book, which this 12 years old has read. કે કોઈ સ્ત્રી ગમે એટલી મહાન હોય એની પાસેથી કોઈ દિવસ દીક્ષા ન લેવાય. This Kiran Maharaj went to Holy Mother several times, and in spite of Sardanji telling him to take initiation, he did not take, because this was in his mind કે કોઈ મહિલા કે સ્ત્રી પાસેથી આપણે દીક્ષા ન લેવાય. કિરણ મહારાજ જ્યારે આ કહેતા હતા ને અમને લોકોને લેક્ચરમાં ક્લાસમાં, he was crying. 85 years old man was crying. If mother would have rejected me, હું દીક્ષા લેવા ગયો અને માતાજી કહ્યું કે તો બહુ નાનો છે પછી આવજે, then it's okay. If mother rejects me, is okay. I rejected mother. That was, he was crying. What is the problem? By reading a most unauthentic book. Read whom you consider that he is a realized soul. Open the book of Sri Ramakrishna, no problem. But all the Tom, Dick and Harry's book you want to read, I'm not telling who is good, who is not good. You decide. You decide. I should not tell. So that is important aspect. Another, which are important, I am telling, we don't have much time. તમે જ્યારે કથામૃત વાંચો, ઠાકુર માસ્ટર મહાશયને કહે છે, ગિરીશચંદ્ર ઘોષને કહે છે, નરેન્દ્રનાથને કહે છે, ભવનાથને કહે છે કે બીજા ભક્તોને કહે છે. When you feel Sri Ramakrishna is telling to me, not to them. I am reading gospel, I am reading Kathamrita, so Kathamrita Thakur is telling to me. When you start feeling that, then only you start understanding the gospel. Krishna અર્જુનને નથી કહેતા, કૃષ્ણ મને કહે છે. Then you start understanding Bhagavad Gita. આમને કીધું, he told her, what should I do with that? No, he told me. Then I have to take it seriously. So this is the difference in reading scriptures with an understanding. Not the third person. Don't stand as a third person in front of the scripture. Be a second person. That he tells to us. Then trying to be little forgiving. That is important. Then while leading spiritual life, Just pay attention here. Swamiji has come. To pray for others. This will make our life better. મને ખબર નહીં વર્તમાન મહારાજો જ્યારે તમે દીક્ષા લ્યો ત્યારે ઉપાસના પદ્ધતિ કરીને એક ચોપડી આપે ને તમને, in that it must be there or it was there earlier, કે તમારી ચારો દિશાઓમાં જે બધા છે એના માટે તમે પ્રાર્થના કરો. ભગવાન બધાનું ભલું કરે, ભગવાન બધાનું ભલું કરે, ભગવાન બધાનું ભલું કરે, ભગવાન બધાનું ભલું કરે. એ પ્રાર્થના કરવાથી બીજાનો શું ઉપકાર થશે ખબર નહીં, પણ તમારો ઉપકાર થશે. સો પ્રેઇંગ ફોર અધર્સ ઇઝ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ. Law of karma, long I skip. Small thing. You are what you are depends on what your priorities in life is. When all of us were children, our priority was different. Play, eat. When you grow, your priorities change. Eating is there. Playing is maybe there little, but priority changed. So while you grow, if your priorities in life doesn't change, it's a miserable condition. We had a great Swamiji called Swami Yatishwarananda. Some of you must have read Meditation and Spiritual Life book. He used to say, don't behave like a romantic young man at the age of 75. This is his statement. If you are 75, behave like a 75. Don't behave like a young man. If your priorities doesn't change, sorry to use the word in front of Tagore, if your priorities doesn't change, you look like stupid. You think you are very young. You are not young, brother. Behave. Sisters, behave according to your age. So that is required. Our spiritual life, we don't progress many times because of these small attitudes. So these attitudes are important. So priorities in life are important. You are what your priorities are. Time is a big factor. There are many books and concepts given. One concept only I will tell, which is very beautifully put by Bhartrihari. Gujarat is called Bhartari. Bhartrihari has written 3 books. Could have written many, I do not know whether he has, but 3 books he has written. First he wrote is Shringara Satakam. 100 shlokas. 100 slok lekhya, how to enjoy the world. Because he was a king. Because he was a king, he wrote 100 shloka Niti Shatakam. 100 slokas on moral life. Then he got Vairagya, long story. Yeah. Gujaratis are interested, can watch that very old movie called Raja Varthari. You will understand the whole thing. Then he wrote the book called Vairagya Shatakam. That is, in general, we study more. In that there is a sloka. Very few people think like that. If the concept is new to you, it's a great concept. ભાઈ શું કરો છો? બસ બેઠો બેઠો ટાઈમ પાસ કરું છું. Time doesn't pass, you pass. Time is what there it is. You got old, time doesn't get old. So बहुत સરસ શ્લોક છે ત્યાં એ વૈરાગ્ય શતકમમાં. ભોગા ન ભુક્તા વયમેવ ભુક્તા. આપણને એમ છે કે મારી ઉંમર 60 વર્ષની છે સમજો, તો 60 વર્ષથી હું ભોજન કરું છું. I am enjoying food last 60 years? No. If I would have been enjoying, I would be the same, but that food pushed me toward the old age. I am not enjoying the food. Food is enjoying me. In that he says, Kalo na yata vayameva yata. Time doesn't pass. We pass. We become old. So that is important aspect, that time is very important here also. So a time comes in our life. The faster comes is better. I don't say that the time has come in my life. Hopefully it will come in this life. That a time which is spent in remembrance of God is the only time well spent. Remaining is all wastage of time. But that we don't understand. Why? Because of our desires. એટલી વાસનાઓ એના કારણે આપણે ઘણી ચીજો કરીએ અને એમ લાગે કે બહુ મોટો સદુપયોગ કર્યો આપણે. But it's a wastage of time. So these were some ideas. Very fast I talked about that. So very frankly speaking, by infinite grace of God, all of us are sitting here. Here means in front of Sri Ramakrishna. We do not understand how lucky, how fortunate, how blessed we are. Unadulterated spirituality is only here in them. Absolutely unadulterated. There is no mixture. Read Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Nowhere he compromises with the truth. Correct? Nowhere. So we are lucky, we are blessed, and we want Sri Ramakrishna to bless us more and more so that we can feel that we are blessed. But still, we are in their company, and with their blessings, we advance in our spiritual life and be blessed. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Maharaj Pranam. Where is local Swami? Hey, Maharaj is good singer, eh? Maharaj can sing one song. Eh? No time. Okay.